And looking at Game 7, that philosophy once again bit him in the ass. Boston in Game 7.
13 for 49, you guys. 13 for 49. All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. So I wanted to check out this video here by Uncut Hoops to be exact, and it's because I watched this. Just terrible. Okay, this one's titled Dumb Modern Basketball Destroyed the Celtics. And yeah, I think it's been 3 years in a row now for the Celtics, going out the exact same way. This time, they upped the number in their Game 7 to 47 threes, if I'm not mistaken. And they were shooting around the 20-something% range. And yeah, they just didn't stop. Mazzulla, I'll get my opinions out of the way real quick. I think Mazzulla's got to go, because this is multiple years in a row that we see the guy's got one strategy, and if that strategy doesn't work, it's over. And you know the old saying, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. And year after year, these guys are dying by the 3. And the thing is, they have a great roster, great players there. I do actually like the team, but this strategy under Coach Mazzulla has got to go. Like, these guys could be winning championships here, and instead, look at this, bounced in the first round. Incredible. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to check out and see what Uncut has to say about it. And yeah, guys, if you don't know about his channel, well, you should know. The link is going to be down below in the description for Uncut's channel. You'll also see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so if you can hear that in my voice, it's not you, it's me. And but I'm just, I just got a cold, so I sound like crap, but I feel fine. So either way, guys, let's do this. Like the video if you could. Hit that hype button if you got any left. It helps out a lot. And don't forget to leave some comments down below. We have a good old time in the comments like always. I appreciate it, and it all helps. Let's go.
2-3 or not 2-3? For the Celtics, that really isn't in question.
True. Yeah, that shot. Oh, my God. I man.
No.
You can even hear Reggie. Hear Reggie.
In question.
After Oubre got foul trouble, step away shot.
Oh, no.
Hauser again. In game
yeah, this was hard for me, you guys, because I am not an Embiid fan. I do like Maxey, so I was rooting against Philly here just because of Embiid. I got to tell you the truth. But Boston lost me in Game 7. Halfway through the game, I turned on them because their strategy was so dumb. And I was just like, yeah, I can't support this team. I can't want this team to win. I don't want to see this crap in the next round. Bombing a 3, literally every minute, every 60 seconds, they're shooting a 3. That's statistically, like mathematically.
Between two of the oldest rosters
Look at
in
this.
the NBA.
What kind of shot is that?
Why, for one?
Yo, guys, I am so close. I am so close to this. We are so close. I can't believe it. Thank you all. I want the silver. I'm not really into medals and awards. I want that plaque. I want my silver. I want my silver button, man.
Why are we shooting so many threes?
No idea.
It is horrible.
It is.
It is horrible.
Celtics fans, get in the comments. I want to hear what you guys think about it.
The drive. Pritchard, 3. 1 minute to play at TD Garden. Hauser, tough 3.
Like, it blows my mind that y'all could be up by 10 and you're still bombing threes early in the shot clock. Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. Man, get an easy bucket.
For however long I'm here, that will be the offensive philosophy.
It's
really?
over.
Well, I didn't hear him say that.
For however long I'm here, that will be the offensive philosophy.
You're fired. You're fired. What's your secondary offensive philosophy? Oh, you're fired.
It's over. We are screwed. When looking at modern day NBA basketball, the three-point shot nowadays has become the most overused, abused, and now overrated shot in all of sports. I was looking at this shot when tactically used and not spanned, it can be a force multiplier that lifts your team to a W in a deep playoff run. But on the flip side, if you fall too much in love with it, you get in bed with the analytics, where it takes you to the deep end, that 3-point shot is now your Achilles heel.
Yeah.
And look at the past 4 years, the team that exemplifies this the most is in fact the Joe Mazzulla Celtics.
Like, I mean, guys, you might think I'm full of crap. This is real. You're up by 10. You're up by 10 right now. Look at what they're doing.
Where it takes you to the deep end, that 3-point shot.
Let's break it down real quick. Let's break it down. All right, there's
is
1-3.
now your Achilles heel. And look
You got a fresh shot clock, right? 10-point lead. No need to rush anything. Get your offense going.
the past 4 years, the team that exemplifies this the most is in fact
There's another, what was it, 3 seconds off the clock? There goes another one.
the Joe Mazzulla Celtics.
Why?
And in 2023 till now, every single year, they take at least 43s per game. Out of the
Jeez.
entire NBA, the only squad to do that 4 consecutive seasons. And of course, all those years are top 4, 3 times top 2, and twice the NBA's leader in threes taken.
Pritchard tees it up. Well short. Tatum rejects the screen. Thought about the deep 3. Now he will load it up. Philly holding on to its largest lead. And Tatum's way off.
Whoops.
The Celtics just could not make shots down the stretch. It was the longest streak of missed shots to end a game.
Jesus. And now you're down by 15. Well, let's keep shooting threes.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick.
Right now, looking at the Joe Mazzulla Celtics era, we have 4 solid years of evidence this guy does not change his philosophy based on personnel, the series, or even the game script.
Yeah.
That right there for Joe Mazzulla is his worst trait. He is downright stubborn and does not budge from his core philosophy.
It is. And yeah, okay, you got good shooters, but what are we looking at here? Like, what are we looking at here? 1 second. So you got a second chance. You got a second chance because of an offensive rebound. You let 1 second burn off the clock, and you're already bombing a 3. It's disgusting, you guys. Like, it's actually disgusting basketball. Get a little variety. Okay, I know we're in the 3-pointer era, but you got to shoot that many of them. You know what I mean? Can we get like every third play is a mid-range or like a post play or a play for the big, in the middle? Like, once in a while, throw some variety in there.
And looking at Game 7, that philosophy, once again, bit him in the ass. Boston in Game 7.
13 for 49, you guys. 13 for 49. Shit.
From 3-point range, 13 of 49. Abysmal. The second half, though, even worse, only 6 of 30. And looking at White and Brown, Boston's 2 best players, combined from 3, a disgraceful 3 of 16.
Get in the comments so it's not just me bashing. Guys, okay, second half. I mean, at a certain point, say you were shooting, let's cut this in half. So, after 1 quarter. So the third quarter just ends. We got 1 more quarter to get to the second round. If we lose, we're out for the season. Imagine you were 3 for 15, right? Let's split that whole thing in half. You're 3 for 15 in the third quarter, shooting threes. You're the coach. Do you not change the freaking strategy? Or do you just double and triple down? I'm changing the damn strategy. I got to know what you guys think in the comments.
Boston's 2 best players, combined from 3, a disgraceful 3 of 16.
Yep. I'm out of here.
That right there from Boston in Game 7 was an absolute tragedy. But here's the depressing thing. Seeing that performance, I wasn't really shocked. The Joe Mazzulla Celtics is what they do over and over and over again. As looking at their core philosophy, what it revolves around is taking a ton of threes. Doesn't matter the opponent, personnel, doesn't matter anything. Joe Mazzulla's philosophy is get up 40 plus threes. And in this game, to their credit, they did do that, but from the field, only made 13.
Bottom line, the Celtics are not going to change their strategy, and the numbers suggest they probably shouldn't. They are unlikely to have 3 more games where they shoot that badly.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Whoa, JonTron.
To give you guys some context, looking through Game 7 history, this 3-point collapse was downright historic. The history of Game 7's most threes taken Boston taking 49 is the third most.
Did nobody learn from the Harden era Rockets? Did nobody learn from that mistake? What happens in the playoffs if you live by the 3? Like, that was like almost 10 years ago. How have we not learned this lesson yet? Fourth quarter? What? Sorry, I know he's probably breaking this down right now. Let me just read it. Third most, third most 3-point attempts, 36 misses, fifth lowest percentage. Fourth quarter. Okay, so remember when I posed the question, if you went, Jesus, if you were shooting that terrible in the third quarter, would you change your strategy? Well, those of you who said no, that's your outcome. You would have shot 2 for 13 in the fourth.
And among Game 7s with 40-plus threes taken, percentage-wise, the fifth worst percentage all time. Look at someone like Derek White. Threes missed in Game 7, he had 11, an NBA record. In the fourth quarter, they completely collapsed from deep, only going 2 of 13.
Joking? Oh my God!
Great show.
Throw it up in the bathroom. Get out of here!
Like I said earlier, a Boston Game 7 collapse going cold from deep, yes, it does suck, but it's not shocking. And looking at Mazzulla's track record, I mean, at this point, he's 4 years in, and the playoff choke jobs are quickly piling up.
Yeah.
Look at last year versus the Knicks, and Mazzulla's philosophy once again failing in epic fashion. Game 1 versus the Knicks in the Garden, threes taken.
Oh my.
63s.
60 of them. And he shot 25%, right? 15, 30, 45. Yeah, 25%. Holy crap. Great game. Next game, 25%. Third game, this one slightly above 25%. Oh, yeah. There you go.
They made 15. Game 2, down a little bit to 40, only made 10.
It makes me want to throw
Then
up.
Game 6 in New York, elimination game, 12 of 40, they stunk up the joint. Looking at those 3 losses combined, 37 of 140. Overall percentage, 26.4%. Boston, that series versus New York, it was quite simple. Live by the 3 and die by the 3.
That's what I
and
say.
Of course, that series, to being a heavy favorite, they did just that. And looking at Game 1 and Game 2 specifically, the fourth quarter 3-point shooting was absolutely abysmal. Those games combined the fourth quarters, 5 of 29, 17.2%. When looking at playoff basketball jump shooting, it's always shaky. As look at these players, no, they're not robots, they are human.
Yep.
They get nervous, feel the pressure, feel the weight of a big game, a Game 7.
Especially in a Game 7. I was about to say it. There's the most pressure in a Game 7. So to just have that one strategy of shooting is terrible. Because if nerves are high, and guess what? The more you miss, the more in your head you get. So then at a certain point, if it's not dropping, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And I guess the proof is in the pudding for how it was in the fourth quarter. It kept getting worse.
Or a critical Game 2.
Flashback.
21 and 15. It's a 3 by Tatum. Tatum on top. Step back. 3. No. Now over Robinson. 3. No.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Snake.
Boston over and over again feels this pressure and crumbles to the fact they're a jump shooting team that is very one-dimensional. Look back 2023 versus Miami Heat, once again the series Boston was heavily favored in. Boston in the game they lost from 3 was 40 of 148. Percentage-wise, 27%. And look at Game 7 in the Garden, much like Philly, they went cold and they were absolutely bricking. That game versus the Heat, 9 for 42. And here's the cherry on
They
top.
say Michael Jordan can't shoot threes. I beg to differ. Look at this shit.
For 42. And here's the cherry on top. Looking at their 4 losses versus Miami, in the fourth quarter 3-point shot was absolutely ice cold. Game 1, 2 of 8. Game 2, 1 for 8.
Yikes.
Game 3, 2 of 14. And Game 7, 5 for 13.
I would take the 50% any day. You know, a guy like Duncan, a guy like Jordan, you know, Shaq. I would go for these. I mean, 50%. 50% getting 2s is way better than 23% getting a bonus 1 point. And honestly, those 2s, once in a while, you're going to get an and 1, and it's going to become a natural 3-point play. But instead, just bomb threes.
In those 4 losses in the fourth quarter, an abysmal 10 of 43 on threes in the fourth quarters.
And I'm talking about this so much because I watched it and made me want to throw up the whole time. Like, it really made me sick to sit there and just watch the whole thing, just waiting. Like, Missoula, are you going to change anything? And it just kept going until it was over. And man, it was hard to watch. Yeah, it's literally how I feel.
Now look, when it comes to any NBA team, an all-time great team, they're not going to win a championship every single year. Looking at Boston, that's not why I'm frustrated.
No, you can get out of the first round, though.
Why I'm frustrated is quite simple. This team, over and over again, loses to teams they should beat with a heavy favorite.
Exactly. Look at them in the regular seasons. Every year, they're right there on top or at the top. So you shouldn't be losing in the first round like this. But the playoffs is where everyone gets exposed.
That Knicks series, Boston, heavy favorites. Whereas Miami, even bigger favorites, and this year versus Philly should have won in 5. A theme of the Joe Mazzulla era is playing down to competition and losing series you should not lose.
Yep.
So ask the question, why is that? It's quite simple. Joe Mazzulla ball at its core is very, very inconsistent. Game to game, series to series, even season to season. And the biggest frustration is, looking at Joe Mazzulla's teams, they're very much one-dimensional.
Second half, you guys were shooting almost exclusively 3-pointers. I know you talk about take what the defense gives you, but were you satisfied with the shot selection in that?
Take what the defense gives you. So why don't you just shoot a bunch of half-court shots then? You'll be wide open every time.
Second half?
Yeah.
Tatum.
Wait.
The shot selection in that second half?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, he's got to get fired. That's it. I mean, it's not like sorry, man. I'm like, I'm flabbergasted or whatever the word is at this point. Like, I'm at a loss for words. At least if he could have like stopped and said, all right, you know what? Yeah, I think we pushed it a little too far. You might get to keep your job, but the fact you're just doubling and tripling down, like, yeah, those are great shots. Great shots. Cool. You're fired.
Tatum, step back 3. You can't.
A lot of coaches wanting a job right now. A lot of coaches need a job right now.
Open 3. Zone for the Heat. It's a tie try for Brown. This is Brown doubled on the.
I mean, look, this one's highly contested. You know? Look at this. You got 2 guys right in your atmosphere.
Brown doubled on the 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's not in the picture here? Why we got it? Huh? Where's your 5th player?
Try no. Miami wins it. Miami has won and gone up 2 games to none. Who would have believed this? The 8th
Jimmy
seed
Buckets.
on the road.
Were you satisfied with the shot selection in that second half?
Yeah.
Screw you! You're fired!
Yeah, that's what I'm
yes,
saying.
we all get it. The math, 3/2. That on paper does make sense. But looking at basketball is not all spreadsheets, analytics, and purely numbers. One thing stats cannot track, will never be able to track, is things like momentum, pressure, nerves, and the human ability to screw up or play extremely well. Yes, looking at the players, they miss shots. Some guys do not play the part. What it comes back to, in my opinion, is the coach and his overall philosophy being very slow to adjust and being very stubborn.
Our team's like one of the major flaws of, even you could say this Celtic era, right? This group is the arrogance that they think that it's going to be easy to win. You could go back to being up 20. You blow a 20-point lead in a playoff game at home. You're like, wow, that's a rough one. Then the next game you act the same way and you do it again. That's last year. This year, you blow them out. You think it's going to be easy.
Now, when speaking about adjustments, one thing Joe Mazzulla did change, which is a big-time overcorrection. For the Game 7 starting lineup, they featured White, Brown, Shireman, Luka Garza, as well as Ron Harper Jr. Looking at this lineup,
shout out to Ron Harper Jr. I like the way he's playing. He hustles.
What Joe was thinking. Again, in a Game 7, these guys aren't robots and chess pieces. You can move around like they have no emotion. Looking at someone like Shireman, in Tatum's absence, kind of has to start. But looking at Baylor, he's a 2-year player in the postseason, has never started. His first start in a Game 7 is a pretty rough spot. Then look at Garza replacing Keita. Garza in his career has 11 starts during the regular season, and in the playoffs doesn't have a single one to his name. So in a Game 7, highly questionable. And this one right here, the most questionable of all. Ron Harper Jr. starting this game. Ron Harper Jr. all year long, a great role player, 10th, 11th man. Starting in Game 7, I don't know what you're doing. This guy.
Considering that he got put in a position. I would like him on any other team than Boston, because it is. If you're going to put him in a starting lineup, which I agree with giving him some praise and an opportunity, but if all his job is going to be is just shooting threes, I don't think he's the guy for the job. He's capable of some. Put him on a different team. I hope if Mazzulla comes back, he asks for a trade or something.
His playoff career had 21 minutes to his name. If you're an NBA coach, put 3 guys in the lineup, put them a single playoff start in their career, and you start them in a Game 7, that is no doubt highly questionable. And look at that first quarter, what do you think happened? Boston off rip, down by 10 points, and they end the first quarter in a 13-point hole. And what did it do to? Joe Mazzulla's lineup that together had played 0 minutes on the entire season together.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jaylen Brown, it's Derek White, it's Ron Harper Jr., it's Baylor Shireman, and it's Luka Garza.
You serious?
But the Ron Harper Jr. one, how does that make sense? Also, these guys, as I mentioned right off the bat, hadn't played a single minute together all year, and it looked like it at the outset.
Covering now defensively as Brown goes to work. And nobody he was home, out of bounds. Take advantage of the situation. Paul George attacks and slams. Hurry. It's Harper on the outside. And now numbers back the other way. Embiid on his high horse. Bounces it.
You see what I mean, though? He hustled. He hustled to get back. That's why I like him. I just don't like him on a team where he just chucks threes. And it's not his fault.
See. 2-man game. Maxey and Embiid. Bounce it. Oubre behind the defense.
Damn it!
I love this movie.
Again, looking at someone like Joe Mazzulla, who kind of embodies being a robot, putting that lineup out there in a Game 7 is basketball malpractice. And looking at the Boston crowd, being down 10 points early in the arena, the air was taken out from the very beginning.
Jesus. How does Embiid keep getting injured? Gee, I wonder.
Being
Look
down
at this
10
garbage.
points early in the arena.
Look at this foul-baiting garbage.
The air was taken out.
Oh, I fell down again.
From the very
Why
beginning.
can't I be MVP? Why not me?
One last thing I do want to touch on, the home court disadvantage. In the Joe Mazzulla era, this is a big-time trend. And as I said it, the home court disadvantage. 2023 on their home floor, below 500 at 5-6.
What? 5-2. Wow. What the hell? Why are they worse at home, really?
And versus Miami in the East Finals, on their home floor, dropped Game 1 and Game 2, and lost Game 7 in the Garden. 2024, their title year, lost 3 games in the playoffs, 2 of which were at home. They took their foot off the gas. 2025 went 4-2. That Knicks series blew 2 big games, where they're up by 20, where again, they took their foot off the gas. And last but not least, 2026, the ultimate disaster where versus Philly, on your home floor, you went 1-3.
How does that happen? I don't even understand. This is like reverse psychology.
Game 2, foot off the gas. Game 5, a blown lead. And Game 7, an all-out cluster.
I'm disgusted by the fact that we had a stranglehold on this series and we weren't able to close it out. We gave them life, and this is 3 games that they won on our home court.
Yeah.
And I'm disgusted behind that.
So that right there is in the video, and I'll say one last thing. Looking at the Mazzulla Celtics era, yes, that one championship is nice. You have it in your back pocket. But looking at 2023, 25, and now 26, the overall playoff flameouts, playoff chokes are quickly piling up. That one title, yes, does help, but in Boston, one championship might not be enough to save your job and keep you long term. For Joe Mazzulla's sake, what I would do is tweak my philosophy and look inward. If you don't do that, what you're staring down right now is a very short coaching career, at least with the Boston Celtics. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
It's kind of interesting. It just reminds me of Doc Rivers a little bit, and it's Boston again. You know, you win one championship and you kind of ride off of those coattails for a while until eventually they move on to somebody else. Now, I would much rather have Doc than Mazzulla, in my opinion. But because I like the way that Doc was running in Boston. However, still only got one championship. It's interesting what's happening in Boston, but at least you guys are winning one every so many years. But yeah, I think Mazzulla's gone. If not, then I highly question the front office of the Boston Celtics. What the hell are you guys thinking? Like, this was it. This was the big one, in my opinion. Up until this point, there was always a question, like, maybe he'll change his philosophy. Maybe. Now it's over. We know who he is. We know he's not willing to change or bend. So, yeah, if the front office doesn't can him and get anybody else in, I don't really understand it. Hell, I would even be okay if they took Doc Rivers. But no, don't take Doc Rivers. There's other, you know, hungry coaches out there that want and need a job. But that would still be a freaking improvement. So, yeah, hopefully they make a change because this roster is not going to stay young forever. And right now, especially if Tatum comes back healthy next year, they're primed to win. They're primed to win immediately. So don't blow it, you guys. And Mazzulla's going to blow it. So, you know, you don't fire him. Unfortunately, you blew it. We'll see what happens, you guys. Did you guys watch it? If not, like, if this is your first impressions, Uncut's not exaggerating it. It was abysmal. It was sickening basketball to watch, and not from the Sixers. I mean, yeah, Embiid makes me want to vomit when I watch him play with all of his flopping and foul baiting and complaining and all the crap that he does. It's embarrassing. Guy can't take a jump shot without falling on the ground. I come from an era where, like, men were proud to stand tall. Look what's happened now. They're proud to just, like, fall on the ground. Like, that's what toddlers do, not what adults do. Anyways, I'm out of here, you guys. Like the vid on the way out if you could. Go check out Uncut's channel. Hype the vid if you like the message here and you want to amplify it. Guys, I'll see you in the comments. And most importantly, it's the be water, my friends. Peace out.